It all began when art patron Diane Griffith commissioned artist laureate James Epanovich and furniture master David Lamb. As Outlook's Judi Currie and videographer Jonathon Millman show us, the end result of their work has drawn a lot of attention.
Two niches, but to put a couple of knobs on there.
In the summer of 2007, art patron Diane Griffith met with New Hampshire artist laureate James Epanovich and furniture master David Lamb at Lamb's Canterbury workshop.
Does that box come out first before the doors open?
Yes. It's going to have to do
then
that.
It should be quite simple to reach your hand underneath, and almost the pressure of your hand under that door is sufficient.
Under there.
For years, David and I have been talking about doing a collaborative effort as we talk about other pieces, which we have in the better than 20 years that we've worked together, and have always wanted to do that collaborative piece with James Epanovich. We kept talking and kept talking and kept talking until finally we got to a place where the three of us happened to be at one location at one time. Surprised me to no end, because it was my job the following week to call James, and here he was.
Well, I could put red tile roofs and make it into something.
All commissions are interactive because people bring their own wants to the commission. However, this piece, because there are three people involved, is David and Diane and myself. We each are bringing something and meeting somewhere in the middle. So I want to make sure that, as a collaborative, that Diane is very, very pleased, and that David is also pleased, and that I'm pleased.
To me, it's tremendously exciting because it really is a new avenue for me, and the collaborative effort, it's fun.
It has a lot of swirl in it, and so he's requesting that I incorporate more of that.
The themes, the elements that are common just seem to click, and the way we think seem to click a lot too.
While the collaboration opened up new avenues of artistic exploration and expression, it also presented a fair number of challenges for the team.
One of the worrisome things I have is that as this piece of furniture ages, that the wood is going to darken. And my wood, my painting, will darken somewhat with age, but not to the degree that the actual mahogany will. I have to try to key my painting down to where it will fit into this piece, and the mahoganies will more or less match. I mean, I can't match it exactly. I can only try to come as close as I can, for after all, these are paintings, they're not mahogany.
Because of integrating James's panel with it, I had to invent hardware and everything to make it work, and it was one of those things that was really heavy on my mind because I had this idea, I was sure it could work, but until I actually did it, I didn't know it was going to work.
We now are officially called the Lamovich brothers.
My name is Sven.
Yash.
And Yash. So this is the first Lamovich you're going to see.
I'm very pleased to see the pieces come together, even surpassing what I had thought was possible in the beginning. The way those two individuals have worked together and the one-upmanship that I've been able to take advantage of with those two artists is better than anything I could have ever hoped for.
It's a remarkable piece of art and a great example of what furniture makers really do here in New Hampshire. You know, we are known for the quality of furniture that is manufactured here in New Hampshire, and that's very, very special.
At first glance, it's a very nice secretary with glass doors in the top, and because it's a historically influenced piece, I wanted nice materials, and part of the materials in the glass was hand-blown glass. So the glass has a lot of texture to it, as does a painting or fine wood. And then you look through the glass and you see what looks like nice niches in the furniture with some nice porcelains, where in fact it's his painted work.
This goes back to the Middle Ages, actually, with altarpieces that were called triptychs, and they were unfolding elements. They were opened up only during services or when the congregation came to worship. You open this up, you're going to have a triptych, which is the main panel, and two panels on the side, half the size. And those have to work together as a unit, as a whole.
Incorporating elements native to New Hampshire was important throughout, from the carving to the painting, even to the inlay.
In this state of New Hampshire, certainly Canterbury is one of those towns, we all have birch, whether it's white birch, yellow, or black birch. And there is a hidden beauty in this material that is not commercially available or even, well, it's just not around. It's in the fork of the tree, what we call the crotch.
And not too long ago, David and I were riding to another destination. He said, every time I see a birch, all I can see is the inlay available in the crotch of each of those. It's just, oh yeah.
You know, when you cut into these crotches, into these forks, you get this wonderful material. And that's what we're using for trim work across the top of the secretary and the drawer fronts. So it has this wonderful gold color, but it's just on fire. I just wonder why more people don't use it, why it's just not seen. But it's certainly a treasure, I think. There's one more layer.
Now, Diane is a very utilitarian person. She wants to do her writing at this desk. But we also know that behind here, there is a secret space, and those of you over here can see it. But on the back of this panel, it has a little piece of paper, scotch taped to it in paint, that will now have all the information. Who commissioned it, who built it, who painted it, who did the hardware, who did the gold leaf.
I said to them that I wanted to buy a piece that would bring tears to your eyes, and I have that piece.
Well, you know, this is Lamovich 1, and Lamovich 2 is done and will be in the New Hampshire Furniture Masters show this summer. So, yeah, there's a lot going on, a lot cooking, a lot evolving.
The Griffith Secretary remained on display at the State House for more than a month, giving the public an opportunity to view this truly unique work of art. For New Hampshire Outlook, I'm Judi Currie.